and welcome to EZGlutenFree. Today I'll be showing favehealthyrecipes.com how to make a hummingbird cake. Now if you're like me, you may not have ever even heard of this southern classic. But let me tell you folks, this cake is a must try. It's sort of like a carrot cake without the carrots. Bananas, crushed pineapples, and pecans combine to make a deliciously moist cake that everyone's sure to love. Now I've lightened up this version with a little less sugar since the bananas and pineapples are already so sweet, and I'm using low-fat cream cheese in the icing and less fat in the cake batter. But even with all the changes, this cake is so good you might still feel a little guilty when you eat it. Alright, to make this one you're going to need 2½ cups of gluten-free Bisquick. If you're not following a gluten-free diet, you can just substitute these ingredients. You'll also need 1¼ cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 cup of chopped pecans plus more to garnish with, 1/2 cup of melted butter, that's 1 stick, 1/2 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt, 2 eggs that have been beaten, 2 ripe bananas that have been mashed, 1 cup of crushed pineapples, undrained, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And for the icing you'll need 16 ounces of reduced fat cream cheese, 1/2 cup of butter, both well softened, 2 cups of confectioner sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Alright, to make the cake, preheat the oven to 350 degrees and grease 2 8 or 9 inch round cake pans with nonstick spray, but make sure it's gluten-free. In a medium bowl, stir together the Bisquick, sugar, and cinnamon and set it aside. In a large bowl, stir together the rest of the cake batter ingredients until they're well combined. Then add the dry ingredients and mix well using a rubber spatula to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl. You want to make sure everything's well incorporated here. Evenly divide the batter between the 2 pans. Now this is pretty thick, so you might need to spoon it into the pans. Then use a rubber spatula to spread the batter into flat, even layers. Bake the cake for 28 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Then cool the cakes for 10 minutes before removing them from their pans to cool completely. You could even chill the layers before icing them like I did. To make the icing, cream together the butter, cream cheese, and vanilla until smooth. If you're doing it by hand, I like to use a large fork to get them well blended, and a rubber spatula to scrape down the sides of the bowl periodically. Then gradually add in the confectioner sugar and mix until smooth and creamy. To ice the cake, place the first layer onto your serving dish with the flat side facing up. Then apply an even layer of frosting and refrigerate the cake for about 20 minutes to get that layer of icing cold and solidified before adding the next layer of cake. This will essentially prevent the cakes from sliding around or the icing from smushing out in the middle. Now you can ice the top layer. And again, I have the flat side facing up, but if you like the look of a rounded cake on top, you can have that side facing up if you want. Then you can frost the sides of the cake. Take your time, and once you have the coverage you'd like, you're ready to apply the pecans if you want. I've also seen this cake garnished with edible flowers that a hummingbird might like, but since I'm a city girl, I stuck with the pecans. Also, you'll want to be sure to chill the cake before slicing, so you can get much neater slices. Now when I first heard about this cake, I wasn't entirely sold on this whole banana-pineapple combo, so I was actually pretty amazed at just how moist and dense and delicious this cake truly is. So give this one a try. And if you'd like to see the recipe in print, you could always visit my blog. And for additional recipes and tips to fit in with your healthy lifestyle, visit my friends at favehealthyrecipes.com. See you again soon.